Hello, my name's Derek and I'm a web developer, and I thought I might show you the simplest way to get a WordPress site up and running with Docker, and it's dead easy. Let's get into it. Now, first thing we've got here is a Docker Compose file. This file here has everything that we need to get started. So, let's cut and paste and add these things in here. Open up a terminal and we're going to run docker compose up -d. Now what that's going to do is run this docker compose file, and then what it'll do is run it in detached mode. So let's press the return key and see what happens. As you can see here, it's pulling WordPress, so what it's doing is it's grabbing all the various sort of versions or layers of WordPress and putting them and installing them as Docker containers. Now this runs only needs to run once. Once it's done its business, it just it's there. And of course the speed, and there it is. Okay, let's have a look and see what we get. Once all that's running, if we type in localhost :8080, that should give us our website, and then this gives us the familiar WordPress install. I'm going to go for English Australian. Continue. Waiting. Here we go. My test site. Very password. I'm going to go for a very weak one. It's on the local host, so it's not a major issue. And install WordPress. Here we go. Log in. Helps if you spell your name right. And there we go. WordPress. Which version? Latest version, I think. Yep, version 5.71. No needing to do any updates. It's as simple as that. Okay, let's go back to Docker and see what's going on here. So we'll check out the Docker Compose file. You'll notice, first thing you'll notice is things are lined up. It's an indentation is vitally important. First part tells you the version number, and then we've got a tab for services, and below here volumes. So those are the three sort of upper level ones. Indented inside the services we see WordPress, so that's the name of the container is going to be WordPress. We have the image, so it's downloading an image called WordPress. Restart always, so if the container happens to crash, it'll restart it again. The ports thing here will tell you what ports to run it on. I could change this from 80 to 80 and just run it on my local web server if I don't have another web server running on my machine, which is generally what I do. 8080 is kind of the default to avoid any conflicts. The environment part gives you some various WordPress variables, such as your host, the username, password, all that stuff's automatically supplied. Volumes, this relates to where you can find the various files. So this container is found, or the WordPress installation is found within var www HTML, so very common sort of Unix setup there. And then our other container we've got is the database, which is simply called DB, and we've got the image, so it's saying download image, the version 5.7, restart always, and the environment variables for the database. You'll notice the database name is the same as here. Database passwords are the same, so that means they can talk to each other. Volumes, it creates an internal volume to store the database files and things on, so that's kind of useful if you want to sort of come back to the same installation all the time. Because otherwise, what'll happen is if you don't have the volumes declared, you'll have a new fresh install each time. So that's it. Simple as that. Docker. I'll leave the code on a Wordpress on a GitHub repository, and the link will be below. Well, thank you for your attention, and I hope you enjoyed what you see, and please feel free to like, subscribe, do all those sorts of things, and I'll see you in the next one.